Hello everybody, today we're doing a video for GTA Car Kits in a 2016 Porsche GT4, and today we're installing our Apple CarPlay AndroidAuto kit. And this is our version 2 of the kit, which now doesn't require an extra microphone. So you will not lose any functions of your original stereo. You can switch back to it. You just now have an extra function of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which you didn't have before. You can control it by touchscreen or using your original stereo controls. And here also the system works with Android Auto, as you can see, and it's paired to our Android wirelessly. So now we're going to go ahead and show you how to install it. So the tools you're going to need is a T25 Torx, a flathead screwdriver, a panel removal tool, and this is also a hook tool, which is part of the panel removal tool. Of course, you're going to need our kit, and we suggest using some sort of microfiber cloth to cover here when you're going to be removing the radio so you don't scratch anything. So we're going to start with our panel removal tool, and we're going to remove these side pieces on each side. So you're going to start from the bottom and work your way towards the front of the car. When you get about here, you got to make sure that that clip is released, and then you can pull this towards you and it will come out. As you can see, this is like a guide which you have to, when you're going to be putting it back, it will go in first. Gonna do the same on this side. So we're gonna do the same on this side. So you start again from the lowest corner. Then here you can continue with your hands. Again, this far clip is released, and then you can pull this towards yourself and release it. Now there's 4 T25 Torx, so 2 on each side. We're gonna go ahead and remove them. So at this point you can remove the radio. If you would have a PDK car, you would switch the ignition on and put the shifter all the way down, but this is a manual, so we just shifted the gear down. And here we're gonna cover the dash. At this point you can start removing the radio. Make sure that none of these metal corners touch the dash. So first we'll start with the quad lock. So we'll press the clip here, and then you can release the lock and remove it. Then you're going to continue removing these with the tools we mentioned earlier. So you can either use your flathead by pressing on the clips and then removing them, or you can use your hook tool, which you can also use to press and remove. You can also press it with your finger, and then you kind of use the tool to give you some leverage so you can disconnect each of the antennas. Now at this side, the clips are a little different, but same concept. You press on the clip. This one has the clip on the side. So now we will take this radio and install our kit inside of it. So we're here, we have our radio which we removed, and the tools that you're going to need is a T8 Torx, and again our hook tool, and of course our kit, and we're going to show you what's inside. Inside you have the basic wiring diagram. Then over here we have the 2 cables that will go from our kit into the original screen. Then you have the 2 antennas for Wi-Fi, CarPlay and Android Auto. Then you have these spacers. There's 3 short ones and 3 long ones, and we'll show you how to use them. Then you have this main motherboard, which is essentially the whole kit, which we're going to install inside our stereo. Then you have this USB connection, which will connect at the back of the stereo, and then we'll run it to the glove box. You have the main harness, which you will connect at the back of the stereo. And these 2 cables will also install inside our original stereo. So as before, we suggest using a cloth underneath so you don't scratch the stereo. We'll start from the top, and I'm going to remove these 2 T8 Torx. We'll flip the stereo over, and there's 2 more Torx underneath here. You will notice that these ones are very small. That's the only 2 that are different from all the other ones we're going to remove from the stereo. So when you're putting everything back, remember that these ones go at the bottom of the stereo. Now we'll separate the face of the stereo from the body of the stereo because we removed the 4 bolts. You're gonna have these two clips on each side, so you have to push on them and release them. We'll kind of pull at on the face of the stereo at the same time. You'll do the same on the other side. Now we will release these two cables. So we're gonna carefully release these locks. First we'll do the small one. Once you release the lock, pull on the cable, it will come out. Same now for the big lock. Here you go. And now you can put this faceplate away. At the back of the stereo, we're gonna remove these 3 T8 Torx. We'll also remove this Torx. So if you have XM stereo, you would have an antenna here. You would do the same thing. This is the window which we're gonna use to feed our 2 extra cables inside the stereo. So this car doesn't have XM. We can just remove this metal block. And not to lose this Torx, you can just put it back here because it will not change anything. You will flip the stereo over, so this is the bottom of the stereo, this is the back, and you will push from the front. We're gonna release the CD changer. So you're gonna slide it all the way, and then you can just lift it up. And I'm gonna put it on the side. So inside the stereo, we'll put these 2 cables through. And now we will remove 3 Torx. So there's one right here, one over here, and one over there. We'll remove them, and instead we'll install our gold spacers. So you have 6 total of these spacers. So there's 3 short ones and 3 long ones. If your car would have XM, it would have another motherboard here, but this car doesn't have XM, so we're going to be only using these 3 long ones instead of those Torx. And if your car would have XM, you would need them to be long in order for the motherboard to sit above XM, and you would do it like this. But this stereo doesn't have it, so we'll just use the 3 long ones, and the 3 short ones you can just keep inside the box. You will not be using them for this installation. You will take your spacer and you can use your T8 Torque to tighten them. Now you will take these 2 cables which came with our kit, and they have to be on the inside of the stereo, so we will feed them through that opening which we showed you earlier, and you kind of have to fold the cable so it fits through and get it through. Same with this one. So now you have 2 of them on the inside. Now we will take our antennas and we will do the same thing. We will feed them through to have them over here. So we will take our motherboard and we'll take our 2 cables and we will connect them here. So it's labeled which cables to connect where. So the original cables would go here and ours are going here. So with the lock unlocked, you have to insert it, make sure that it's all the way in and straight, and only then you lock it. Same with the small one. Do the same for these connections, so these 2 cables. You will take the big one, make sure that this side with the silver ends exposed is facing up. Make sure it's all the way in. Now we will do the smaller one. And now we will do the 2 antennas, so there's small connections for them. So at this point you can maneuver the motherboard and line up these 3 holes with the spacers that you installed earlier. It also has to line up with this guide over here. And now we're gonna put the original 3 Torx to hold it down. Now we will connect these original cables into our motherboard. Same thing, you have to release the lock, put it all the way in and then lock it in place. Make sure it's straight. Same with the small one. Once these two are connected, you can feed our two cables out. They have to connect to the original front face of the stereo. So now we will take our CD changer and line it up with the locks on both sides. And then you will push it towards the front to lock it in place. So this is the faceplate of the radio, and we will take the big cable. We'll again put it all the way in and only then lock it in place. See, this lock was not fully unlocked. It can cause problems. So we're gonna fully unlock it. And only then you insert it in. And now we can lock it in place. Again, it has to be fully straight for everything to work properly. Otherwise, you're not gonna get any image on your original display. So now you will carefully feed some of the wire back inside the body of the stereo. And now you will lock it in place. So there's two hooks. There's one here and one right there, which you have to line up. And then these silver locks also have to go inside their spot. And then you lock the radio faceplate in place. So the back of the stereo, we're gonna use a piece of tape and roll our antennas through and just tape them here. That way they don't move around and the wires don't get damaged on anything. So now, as you notice, we haven't put the bolts back because we want to test the stereo before assembling it. So this is what you should do. You should take your harness that came with our kit in unlocked position. You're going to insert it here at the back of the stereo and lock it in place. And then you will take the smaller connection and connect it with one of the wires that you ran out. And here you will connect your original car's quad lock, and you gotta test the stereo before assembling everything back. So we tested everything and our stereo is displaying properly and the touchscreen is working. If something is not working properly, it means that those white flat cables are not connected either all the way in or they're on the side. That's why it's not displaying. There's nothing much more to it. Like I said, you have to insert those cables with the locks unlocked, and they have to be locked in straight position. So this is the bottom of the stereo. We're gonna put the two bolts back, and remember, these are the two small ones. And the two last bolts are on the top of the stereo. So now the stereo is assembled. You have the motherboard installed inside, and this is the extra cable that which we're gonna install. So now we're gonna start connecting everything. First things first would be your quad lock. So as you can see in this car, these slots are empty, means this car doesn't have fiber optic cable. But pay attention to your car. If you have something in here, you would have to release this clip and then transfer that cable into the exact same position on our harness right here in the corner. So with the quad lock in open position, you will match it up, push it almost all the way in, and only then you lock it in place. So as you can see, it's all the way in. Then we will connect the connection for that cable inside the glove box. And at this point you can start connecting the original antennas. So these ones you have to match by color, so the blue one goes back with the blue one. And then the black one. So that's it, everything is connected. So now we're gonna start putting the stereo back, and you're gonna have to guide this quad lock connection to go behind there, behind the dash, so there's a space for the radio to go back. So you gotta make sure that none of the wires are sticking around the body of the stereo. You're gonna start carefully putting everything back. So again, you have to make sure that the dashboard is covered. But then at the end, take out your cloth and then the radio is inside. So before bolting everything in, we're just gonna test that the sound is working, the touchscreen is working. We're gonna press the info button and you get the extra mode for our module. So everything is working well. So at this point we can assemble everything back. So now we can put the side panels back. So we'll slide them on forward first. Same on the driver's side. So now everything is assembled and the installation is complete. Now you have CarPlay inside your car, so you can easily switch to the original system. You can control it with the touchscreen. And again, this was a video for GTA Car Kits. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time.